All right, welcome in. Mount Polumbus Speaks is the podcast. Majority of you guys know me. I'm Tyler Polumbus, 8-year NFL veteran, and won a Super Bowl in 2015 playing for the Denver Broncos. So I've already done a breakdown on the game. If you want to just hear the breakdown of the frustrations of overtime, the lack of going for two, and all the other things that was driving us nuts about that game, feel free to check out my YouTube. You can look for the post-game reaction, and if that's what you're looking for, you can find it over there. This is going to be a breakdown of the All-22, the coach's film. And I won't waste your guys' time breaking down the game because we all already know what happened, and I think a lot of us are curious how the Broncos offense did. So without any further ado, we'll dive straight into this thing, and we'll get rocking and rolling. I have not watched this film yet, so this will be the first time I've rewatched the game outside of watching it live, and we'll get into it together. All right. First drive of the game was pretty awesome, man. It felt like it was the Chargers game again. They were running the hell out of the football. They were running it extremely well. They used a mix of different running backs that all were looking great. Jaleel McLaughlin looked fantastic in this game. Audric Estime did a lot of good things, and I loved the commitment out the gates for the running game. So we got a lot of split flow action from the Broncos in this game. And what I mean by that, so if you take a look at this guy right here, we're going to come across the action and we're going to block the end man on the line. What that does is when you run an inside zone, it just holds these linebackers a little bit because they got to force with the split flow action. And we're going to end up getting here. We're going to get a double team here to 57. So first thing I want you to watch our guy Ben Powers right here. He does a great job here. He's the one that really starts the playoff here and creates a successful hole for Jaleel McLaughlin to run through. Keep your eyes on 74. Boom. That's doing a great job right there, man. He takes his guy, he's got his hands on the steering wheel right there on the chest and moves him about 3 or 4 yards off the spot. Our center, Luke Wattenberg, he does a good job of seeing number 59, the linebacker. You see why the linebacker starts to fall back because he feels the cross flow action. On the backside, you got Quinn Miners you got Quinn Miners, you got Mike McGlinchey. And you can see the job that Quinn Miners, number 77, is doing right here. He's going to throw this dude out of the club, and we're off to the races, man. We're doing a great job, even like what Courtland Sutton's doing in the running game. Watch Courtland Sutton. He's right here. He's going to come dig out number 22. He does a great job of getting his hands on there and fighting, and we've got a fantastic start to the game. I don't know why this thing is forcing me out of full screen every time, so bear with me because it is annoying. All right, little bubble screen. Broncos love their bubble screens, and they were fortunate that this was not a tackle for a loss because it looked like it was going to be a TFL out the gates. But fortunately, we're able to turn it into a productive play. Look, man, when you've got a young quarterback, I don't mind throwing all the screens that we do. Sean Payton loves throwing wide receiver bubble screens, and they're just drive starters. You know, it's a good way to get it started for the QB. High success throws, get the game off and rolling. Marvin Mims had the game of his life in this game, and it started out right there. Marvin was absolutely tremendous, and it's been fun. It's been really, really fun to see the progression of number 19, Marvin Mims, for the Denver Broncos over the last 6 or 7 weeks. Okay, play action pass. Bo decides to take the check down. Okay, right there. Right there is where you'd like to pause it because Bo Nix he just hit the depth of his drop, and now's when he's got to make a decision if he wants to push the ball down the field or not. He's looking for 14, doesn't like it, doesn't like the out route here from Kroll, so hits the dump off to to Audric Estime, and again, just a really easy pitch and catch. Good job from the offensive line here. I thought the offensive line did a great job for the majority of the game. They did give up a couple sacks, but for the most part, look at the time the Bo Nix has here. I mean, that's all freaking day, dude. All right, going to gun here. Little swing route. I think this is by design. I mean, we've basically got we got four comebacks. Okay, one, two, three, four. That those are your options. We've obviously got a dude that's wide open here, but how quickly Bo Nix got to the swing route over here, it almost made me feel like this was by design that they wanted to hit that dump off. Either way, you know what? The whole start of the game, it was timing, it was tempo, it was catching the ball, it was releasing the ball, and it was successful plays, staying on schedule. Good job by Garrett Bowles here. Bolsey is reading number 91. That's the dude that he's blocking. 91 that's Trey Hendrickson, and he's got the most sacks in the NFL this year. 91 ends up dropping. Bowles reads it, and he comes outside and picks up the outside rusher. A lot of play action here. I love it. You know, this is actually fascinating because in real time, my memory of the first drive for the Broncos was they ran the hell out of the ball. Watching this back, they didn't run the ball as much as what I originally felt like, but what they were able to do is utilize play action. We've got the hard sell on the pitch here to Audric Estime. You see the whole offensive line. We're going elephants on parade. That's what we call it on this particular play when we got the bootleg. We're going to roll out. We're covered, right? So right there, you're going to read it high, low, high. Generally speaking, that's the way you read it. So it's usually 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't like it there. Our guy, Lil Jordan Humphrey, he's covered. That's usually the quick dump off that's almost always wide open. It's not there. So Bo Nix says, screw it. I've got good athleticism. I'm going to go gain 3 or 4 yards. That's a nice little dart right there. He had to thread the needle on this one to Devon Vele. The other angle might be a little bit more clear, but you can see if he throws that ball even 6 inches behind, that ball's getting picked off by number 28. Let's check out the pass protection from the offensive line. Okay, that's a good. Let's start out here. Sorry, hold on. Let's start out here with our guy. Come on, why didn't that work? What is my Control Shift E? That's what I'm doing. There we go. Let's start out right here with our guy Mike McGlinchey. He does a really good job here, okay? He gets the first punch. His hands don't land. He's got to replace. He gets his hands back on. He sits his ass down, and he gets a good anchor. I like that, okay? So he's a little bit high with his punch. He ends up hitting on top of the shoulder pads. It's not where he wants to be. He retraces his hands, and he gets back in control. Everyone else has got double teams. So we end up with the double team over here, and we end up with the double team between these two guys. So our right guard and center get a double team, and our left guard and left tackle both get a double team. So great pass protection. And great catch. All right, let's back it up. Let's back it up and see if Bo. Okay, right there. He gets flushed out of the pocket right away. So everything gets off schedule. Certainly he's got an opportunity to throw the ball off the scramble, but let's take a look. So right away he gets forced out of the pocket. Does this feel like a safe throw? He doesn't feel like it, right? He's got this there. He doesn't feel like he'd dump it over his head. He doesn't like it out here. Just everything feels a little bit dangerous. So we got great athleticism. That's all right. Go ahead and just try to make something out of nothing. You know, when you go from 1st and 10, the worst thing you do is go to 2nd and 10, or even worse, go to 2nd and 12. Instead of going to 2nd and 10, we go to 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7, something like that. So this is the play action pass. This is tough, right? So what we've got by design here is our center is going to pull out, and we're going to block this end man on the line, okay? So we're going to pinch down, and we'll be man over here. The problem is this guy right here, number 91, he's crashing on this play. So by design, he's going to crash, which makes life difficult for Luke Wattenberg because he's running out as this guy's running in, and unfortunately, it just made it not clean for our puller on our soft play action sell here on this pass. So Luke Wattenberg gets beat inside a little bit. Honestly, it's not bad. Luke does a good job of recovering on it. The problem was just Audric Estime's right in his face, and Bo just didn't feel like he could step up in the pocket. And actually, I would agree with him. He really didn't have a great chance to step up in the pocket. All right, gun run. This is fascinating. Why did I feel like they ran the hell out of the ball in the first drive? They really didn't. I guess they did if you're including all of Bo Nix's runs. Okay, so we've got inside zone. All right. Anytime you're going to run the ball out of shotgun, generally speaking, you have to run away from the running back. There are ways that you can run to the play side, but generally speaking, it's going to be a toss. You're trying to get outside. 9 out of 10 times when you run the ball with out of shotgun, you're running zone away. So they're going to run inside zone here, which means Mike McGlinchey's going to be man on man there. We've got a single block between these two guys up to 59, and we've got a B block on the backside between these two guys up to 57, and then our two tight ends on this side were responsible for these two guys. I don't love the movement here from Luke Wattenberg. Okay, let's look at these two right here. I'm going to rewind it. Unfortunately, this is not very good between these two. We got to get some movement, and because right out the gates, our center and our right guard get no movement at all. Well, now we're just clogged up in the center. See, what number 74's got to do there, he's okay, right? Because they've got a double team from 97 up to 57. 57 is going to green dog this thing, and he's going to try to hit that hole right there. So Ben Powers, he's going to bounce off. So that's about right where he's going to meet them. But look at what Luke Wattenberg does there, okay? Look at I'm back to our center over here. Watch his feet. He doesn't run his feet at all. Okay, we're going to hit, and we are stuck in stone, man. We're stuck in stone. Matter of fact, we get knocked on our ass. Now, part of that is because 57 runs into him, but we got to do a better job at the point of the attack. Oh, let's watch Bulls. Let's watch Bulls, though. Okay, all right, hold up. See, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Watch number 72 right here. This is finishing. Okay, it didn't start out awesome. It didn't feel like we had an amazing block at the beginning, but watch the way that Garrett Bowles finishes this block. Love that. Great job, Bowles. Okay, we take a shot at the end zone here, and I think this is just a bad ball from Bo Nix. I'm not sure if maybe he thinks that Cortland Sutton is going to peel back over here. To me, it looked like Cortland Sutton was fading for the corner the entire time. Bo Nix drops this ball over here. Again, pretty damn good pass protection from everybody all the way across the board. So that was an interesting decision right there, by the way. I didn't show it, but the Broncos ended up settling for 3 points. I'm going to be honest, that actually surprised me because I believe the situation was it was 4th and 2, 4th and 1.5, something like that. And it was the first possession of the game. You chose to receive the ball. Which meant you were trying to be aggressive. You're trying to set the tone for the game, right? When you're playing the Cincinnati Bengals, my thought process would be you're going to have to be recklessly aggressive. You're going to have to take some chances. And on the first drive of the game, Sean Payton decides, I'm not going to go for it on 4th and 2. I'm going to settle for the 3 points. I thought that was a bad decision at the time. Well, it turned out to actually be a good decision because on the Bengals' next 2 possessions offensively, they marched down to the lower red zone and they go for it on 4th down and they got stuffed. So the Broncos ended up with 3 points on the board where the Bengals got 0 out of it. Turns out to be a good decision, but I would not have made the same decision. My philosophy, if I was coaching this game and I'm Sean Payton, I'm going to be recklessly aggressive. All right, we got outside zone here. So here's what we got. We got a man block over here. We've got a single block between these two up to 59. We got a B block between these two up to 57. And then we got a C block between these guys up to 27. Let's start with our right tackle, Mike McGlinchey. Not bad. Not bad there for Mike McGlinchey. You know, he ends up running his guy 3 or 4 yards off the spot. He doesn't get his hands on him. He doesn't necessarily have control the way I'd like to see, but he does get good movement. Now, this is a much better job here from our center, Luke Wattenberg, and Quinn Miners. What I want you to watch, well, look how hard our center's got to strain to get his hat past the midline of this guy. When I say past the midline, I mean right through there, okay? So we're going to work our ass off to get our hat to the play side because this is outside zone. It's not inside zone. So the track of this running back, it's going to be to the butt of the ghost tight end, and then we're going to read it one gap at a time. We're going to read it 1, if we got to cut it back 2, if we got to cut it all the way back 3. But we've got to get to the front. We've got to get to the play side number of this guy and watch how hard Luke Wattenberg strains to get there. He does a great job with it. First off, Quinn Miners does a good job of turning that shoulder. They get their guy pinned. Mike McGlinchey gets good movement, and we got to hold the size of Texas for Jaleel McLaughlin to run through. All right, not much there on this one. I think this is going to be duo. Anytime you see 2 tight ends over here to the strength, generally speaking, that's a tendency tell. It's likely going to be duo. Let me see if it is, and then I'll show you. I'll draw it up. Yeah, okay. So this is duo. All that is, it's power without a polar. Power is when you pull your backside guard and you kick out this guy. On this, it's all about double teams, right? So we got double teams everywhere that we're looking. We got double teams here, here. We got double teams here and here. We're actually working and then we're going to work backside up to there. So everybody's got a double team. This ends up getting a little bit messy because the Bengals are going to pinch on this thing. And watch how Mike McGlinchey does a good job of identifying it and leaning back on this guy that's going to pinch. So Mike does a good job there. Everything's clogged up. We probably got a chance for our running back to bounce this sucker outside if he wants to get outside of that. I can't tell. I think that's Audric Estime. He doesn't feel like he can get outside and unfortunately clogs it up the middle, a gain of nothing. We got movement. Let's see who moved. Did they call that on us? Oh, yeah, that's Quinn Miners. You see it there, 77. Quinn just flinches just a little bit. Adam Doss says, be nice to see a shot play out of these jumbo elephant looks early in the game up in Buffalo. Feel like we match up well against the Bills. Well, we can talk about the Bills a little bit later. Hopefully we got to get past the Chiefs first. But we actually do take some shots over the course of the game out of these jumbo looks. That's what you have to do as tendency breakers. And they are great opportunities, as you're talking about, to take shots down the field because, like I said, when you get these multiple tight ends, everybody's thinking run. Okay, like I said last time, anytime you're going to run the ball out of gun, in all likelihood, it's going away from the running back. So we've got inside zone to the open side here. So we've got you could call this Wanda, you could call it push. What that means is that you've got no fullback on the field, so the offensive line's got to push to the first linebacker in the box. So we're going to get a single block here up to 59, and we've got great angles on the backside, actually, because we're working 57. So this combo block, we've got great angles working back here to seal this thing off. If Quinn Miners, and I haven't seen it yet, but if he can seal this shoulder, we got our hat play side. There's a great opportunity to create a good hole here. It doesn't look like we had a huge gain out of this. Let's find out why. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, that's a bummer, man, because watch 59 right here. He's going to immediately fall back. And so Luke Wattenberg, this double team, it doesn't have the chance to create a wall, right? We can't create a wall right here, whereas we could create a wall there, create a wall here, and then we could run right through it. But because this guy's going to fall back, we're not able to create the wall that I thought we might be able to get to have a big gain. Actually, everybody does a pretty good job here. The Bengals call a corner blitz, so 21 ends up fitting. We just don't have a hat for that. There's nobody to block him. That's an unaccounted for blitzer. There's nothing that the Broncos can do about it. Let me back this up. All right, Bo gets to the top of his drop. We're going to hit Jaleel out of the backfield. Probably could have hit Cortland Sutton over the middle of the field. Probably had an option right here if we wanted it. No problem. We hit the dump off to Jaleel, and we got a gain of about 5 yards. 3rd and 5. I mean, look at this pocket, though, man. This is what I'm talking about. I know we gave up 2 sacks in the game, but look at this. This is freaking beautiful. This is beautiful stuff. Okay, this was the first play that I was really bummed out by Bo Nix, all right? Watch how quickly Bo bails out of this pocket. It's going to be much cleaner to see it from the other angle, but I'm going to pause it right there. Dude, that's a good NFL pocket. Really good NFL pocket. Look, exactly like I was talking about on that last play. The one thing that he's got, He's got this blitzing linebacker right there. And now, granted, I'll give it to Bo Nix. He realizes that Jaleel McLaughlin is in there, and he's a willing participant in blocking, but he's not the most effective blocker out of the backfield. Bo panics because he feels this right here, and he's going to sprint and get out of this pocket, and that's a bummer, man, because he really needs to step up into this sucker. If he would step up rather than rolling out, I think we had a big, big play here. Well, let's see. I'll get it from another angle. I mean, Bo ends up making something out of nothing, although not really, because that was third down. I forgot that was third down, so that was really a bad play. But watch this from this angle. I think it'll be a bit cleaner. Okay, pause. Look at that, dude. That is so gorgeous. That is like that. As an offensive line coach, you're looking at your guys, your boys. There's literally nothing you could do better. Nothing you could do better. And quite frankly, Jaleel McLaughlin does a pretty decent job on this thing. He sees the blitzer. He picks it up. Bo's got all day. Just set up in here, man. Settle down. Settle down. Bo's a young QB. He's got great athleticism. It's the tendency of all young quarterbacks when they've got great athleticism that they're going to try to bail out of the pocket. It's going to be something he's going to have to fight for a long time as a young quarterback until he learns to trust what an NFL pocket really looks like. I'm going to watch Jaleel. Watch Jaleel. He really does a pretty good job there. He doesn't even get banged back too much. The reason why this bothered me so much, if this was first or second down, I don't mind Bo Nix trying to go make a play. You know, it's better to gain 2 or 3 yards, but this is third down, man. Like, what are you doing? You got no chance of picking up the first down. No chance. He ran out of bounds about 6 yards back. All right, we're backed up. Danger zone. Hold on. Robbie says, all in all, this offensive line is pretty good together. Russ just made them look like they're not great last year for as much as he held on to the ball. I would agree. The offensive line this year has done a tremendous job, quite frankly. I don't know what the stats have been, but as of about 3 weeks ago, Bo Nix was the least sacked and least hit quarterback in the NFL. I don't know if that's still true over the last 3 or 4 weeks, but I know for the huge majority of the season, that was a true story. All right, we're backed up, right? We got to gain yards. When you're backed up like this, your goal, it's not to score. If you score, that's icing on the cake, man. When you're backed up, you got to get 1 first down. If you get 2 first downs, you've got a fantastic drive. Give me 1 first down so that we can have a successful punt. If you give me 2 first downs, now we've actually got an opportunity to flip the field and give ourselves a fighting chance on the next possession. Okay. All right. So check this out. All right. So we're running to the open side. So generally speaking, the rules on this play is you've got to push to the front side linebacker, right? Well, as it looks right here, we're going to go man there. We're going to double team here up to 59. We're going to double team here up to 57. Now, see, check out this guy right here. You see this guy hanging out over here? Oh, you guys can't even see him on that. All right, so I'm going to draw it. There's a dude that is hanging out right on the outside over here, all right? Well, let me see if I can, hold on. Let me see if I can get a better shot of that so you guys can see it. All right, you can barely see his arm. You see his arm right here? There's a dude right there, okay? If that dude was lined up right here, the way it would work is that the offensive line, they would have to push to him. If this dude was on the line of scrimmage right here, the way it would work is that Mike McGlinchey would fan out, Quinn Miners would go there, and then we would have to push all the way there. We would be man right there. But I know I've got a lot of lines here, and I'm sorry. The problem is Mike McGlinchey sees this dude at the last minute, this dude with his arm right here. This defensive back shows up at the last minute, and Mike decides, what do I do? Do I need to fan to him or not? Well, Mike decides, I'm going to fan to this blitzing linebacker, and Quinn Miners does the best he possibly can to come out and pick up the defensive end. But when you're at the line of scrimmage as a tackle, anytime you fan to the outside guy, generally speaking, you're going to tap your hip. You're going to tap your hip. You're telling the running back, you're telling your guard, hey, we got to fan to the front side. This one was a bit tricky. I can understand the confusion for the offensive line. It just a bit of a perfect play call, quite frankly, for the Bengals. Fortunate to have a positive play there and not a TFL. Okay, got real lucky on this one. Could have been an interception. Then it was tips and overthrows. Got to get those. Anytime you got tips and overthrows, those are the most dangerous times for interceptions. Pretty good job in pass protection. Okay, again, pretty damn good play call for the Bengals based off of what the pass protection is. All right, I'm going to break this down here, okay? So we've got play action. So we've got this guy coming out here to block the end man on the line. Quinn Miners is going to come down here, and he's going to look for anything that's coming into the inside gap. He knows that he's got Mike McGlinchey coming here who's going to double team this guy, right? The problem is 58 is going to blitz. We've got another DB coming off the side that is going to come out here, okay? So Mike McGlinchey, when he starts to come down, he feels this defensive end pinching, so he peels off of this guy and comes back to the defensive end. Now, when he peels off, watch, Quinn Miners thinks he's got Mike McGlinchey on his hip, so he comes off this guy, and we end up getting a free rusher because Quinn Miners thinks that he's got Mike McGlinchey on his outside shoulder. You see how Quinn lets that guy go? Quinn lets that guy go because he thinks he's got Mike McGlinchey right there. Bengals clearly game planned. They were going to go blitz heavy with their defensive backs in this game. And then Bo Nix with an extremely dangerous, stupid throw right here. I mean, golly, dude. Bo, come on, man. He panics. He feels the blitzer. He's trying to dump this ball off right here. Fortunate that this dude doesn't just catch the ball. And then double fortunate that on the tip, nobody's able to catch it. Okay, we've got a designed rollout here. Bo Nix is getting out of the pocket on this one on purpose. He's trying to get all the way outside. We're actually trying to throw the ball here. Javonte Williams is going to come out of the backfield on a little dart. He's going to slip out here and come out the cracks going there. I think Bo Nix is actually trying to throw this ball to Javonte Williams. Nate Adkins is blocking, and then the last second turns around and grabs this ball. But I honestly think Bo Nix was trying to throw this ball to Javonte. Okay, pocket's not quite as clean on this one. We've got Cortland Sutton over the middle of the field. Bo Nix hits the top of his drop, delivers a strike to Cortland. And we're going hurry up. Broncos are going to stay on the ball after this play. Not bad pass protection. Garrett Bowles gives up way too much ground here. Unfortunately, he gets hit on the bull rush. Everybody else is in pretty good shape. Bowlesy's the only one that gives up too much ground. I addressed the comments, brother. I don't see them all because I'm looking. I got the comments on one screen and I'm looking at the film on another screen, so I don't always see every single one of them. But I try to address them when I see them. Okay, good pocket, great pocket. All right, this might not look like a great block from 72, your left tackle, but it is. He ends up getting up high. He runs the hoop. He stays on him. Everybody else is in great shape. Bo Nix doesn't like anything down the field, escapes out of the pocket. Let's go try to make something with our feet. All right, another bubble screen. Broncos love these things. Trey Hendrickson, number 91, does a good job of identifying this. All right, number 91 right here. Keep your eye on him. He does a great job of sniffing this thing out. If you watch him, we're playing it on number 91 rushing up the field. He identifies it and he slips out. We don't have a blocker for him. By design, there's no blocker because we're counting on him rushing up the field. See how 91 sniffed that sucker out? Actually, if you look at these other two guys, Cortland Sutton's good. Garrett Bowles is good. If 91 just rushed up the field like he's supposed to, we've got a pretty good-looking play. Okay, I know why he sniffed it out though. All right, watch Garrett Bowles. Okay, we're looking at 72. I'm gonna try to back up a little bit so you guys can see this. When you're doing this play as an offensive tackle, you're in your stance. You got to get up straight. You got to flash your hands. And you got to bait that pass rusher into thinking that you are blocking him. Now, you're just flashing your hands for 1,000, and then you're getting the hell out of Dodge. But Bowlesy on this one, he doesn't flash. He doesn't get his hands up high. Watch how he immediately just slips out. And Trey Hendrickson is a veteran pass rusher. He identifies this thing very wisely because he can see that Bowles is getting out of here real quick. You see how Bowles doesn't flash at all. He doesn't try to make him think that he's going to block him in pass protection. He just sneaks out of there right away. That's why he was able to sniff it out so quickly. You know, I don't know if we had any traps in the game plan or not. The Broncos do run traps a lot. Well, not a lot, but maybe 2 or 3 times per game. But generally speaking, traps are designed to hit in the A gap. The traps are not designed to hit the outside defensive end. They're designed to hit in the A gap. Okay, great pass protection. Okay, offensive line pause. All right. We got beautiful stuff here. We've got this right here. We've got a wall. Bo Nix has got nothing but time to climb up into the pocket. He's hit the depth. I'm not sure what his read is here. I'm not sure who's going 1-2. But let me clear this and then. Okay, right there, guys are coming out of their breaks. Okay, so Devon Vele is hitting a little comeback. It looks like everybody's got a deep curl. Over here, Troy Franklin's got a deep curl. Vele's got a curl, and I'm assuming that's Cortland Sutton up here who's got a curl. I think this is a good read by Bo Nix. If there's anybody you could throw the ball to, it's probably over here to Franklin. But Bo doesn't like it, and he sees all this green grass up here in front of him, so he's just going to get out of there. Oh, he does end up dropping it off. All right, I want you guys to watch this, okay? Watch Javonte Williams. We're going to walk up here, and then we're going to tap Garrett Bowles on the hip, okay? We're just going to tap him on the hip. We're coming out of here. Bo Nix said, hey, go up there and help number 72, all right? We've got the best pass rusher in the NFL, or at least the dude with the most sacks. We're in a 2-minute drill. Why don't we go give a little bit of chip presence to Garrett Bowles? So he goes up there. He taps him on the hip just to let him know, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here on the outside so that Bowles doesn't set too deep. Now, the reason I bring this up is because these guys do a great job of passing off the game. I believe on this very next play, Bowles gets beat because he doesn't have help. It's either on the next play or it's one or two more in this drive. But when Bowles had outside help, oh, what just happened? What just happened? Okay. All right. I think on this play right here, Bowles ends up giving up a sack because he doesn't have any outside help. No. Yeah, this play's taking forever. Let's go. Not bad. Not bad pass protection. Bowles gets beat late. Okay. He gets beat late. A little bit fortunate that he doesn't get called on the hold. Let me back it up. Right there. Okay. You see Bowles' arm right here? Lucky we don't get called on the hold. Wasn't a sack, but he did get beat. There was a sack on the play, just not from Bowles. All right, now Bowles is in a fight for his life, okay? 91's in heaven. We're in 2-minute mode. All I have to do is I get to pass rush every single play. I get to go balls to the wall. Bowles gets beat a little bit over the top. Not bad. Again, though, lucky he doesn't get called on the hold. He's got that left arm wrapped around his neck. Got the dump off to Marvin Mims. Marvin was trying like hell to get out of bounds. He just couldn't quite get there. RW says it seems the teams are just taking the same approach as LA, just dropping into zones, and Sean Payton isn't handling it with play design. Well, every team is going to do it. I mean, the overall defensive philosophy in the NFL right now is to run cover two. You're going to have 2 deep safeties. You're going to invite all the underneath throws. You're going to say, look, we're going to give you anything that is 8 yards or less, and we're going to bank on the fact that you cannot string together 8 or 9 straight plays. That's the overall philosophy by 9 out of 10 teams in the NFL right now. Okay, we've got open side zone, all right? Bowles is going to be man right there. We're going to go single block between these two up to 59. We're going to go right here up to these guys. Now, what I want you guys to look at where these linebackers are in relation to the double teams, okay? So the double team between these 2 guys, this guy is already walled out play side, okay? The double team between these 2 guys right here, this guy is walled out play side. So by design, our running back right here, and I see a bunch of comments flooding in right now. Sorry, I'm focused over on the screen. But by design, because these guys are play side, this ball should hit backside. And it was going to. Jaleel does a good job of reading it. Unfortunately, 82 on the backside. We just can't quite get our hat to the play side. Our backside tight end ends up getting beat play side. He can't get his hat. I love how 14, watch Cortland Sutton on the backside over here. Watch how hard he's working to get his hat play side. He does a great job of getting there. It's our tight end that got beat. All right, this is a good, tough run for Modric Estime. There was not a whole lot there, but watch the way number 23 runs his feet, bounces off the first defender, ends up getting a gain of 7 or 8 yards. Good stuff. Love that. Great job from Modric Estime. Yeah, Court was getting after it. Good to see. Nothing gets my blood pumping like watching wide receivers in the run game. I love a good old-fashioned wide receiver that isn't afraid to put his nose in there. QB sneak. Good job from Quinn Miners. Easy pickup. All right, we're 1st and 10. We got the running game rolling now. We're in the 3rd quarter. We got the running game rolling, and we've got an opportunity to take control of a football game. All right, I'll show you what makes the play on this one. Watch our B block between these 2 guys. All right, we're working a double team, B block, all the way up to 57 front side. Okay, we got our single over here. We're going to 59. We're man over here. Watch the way that Garrett Bowles gets his head on this dude's hip, and he's going to run this dude about 6 or 7 yards play side. That's good-looking stuff. Great job on the backside from 74 and 72. Hey, and you know what? Good job by 82 also. Watch your backside tight end, Adam Troutman. Good job. First and 10 again. All right, we're going to go 18 truck. We're trying to get outside. I didn't love this. I remember watching this live, and we were running the ball so well, and we decided to put Marvin Mims in the backfield, and we're going to hand it off to him. Now, I do love putting Marvin Mims in the backfield because of the mismatches it gives you in the passing game. And I think it's on the very next play, or at least 1 or 2 plays later, we're going to hit Marvin Mims out of the backfield for a decent little gain. So I like the creativity of putting 19 in the backfield, but we were running the ball so freaking well. I didn't love putting a wide receiver in there at this very moment because everything was working well in the running game. Just keep your traditional running back in there and let's keep things rolling. It turns out to be a moot point because it ends up being a pretty good drive no matter what. I just didn't understand the timing of putting Marvin Mims in on this one. All right, so by design, we got 18 truck. So we got a down block right here. We're going to pull. We're going to pull. We're going to try to get front side. We're going to try to get up there. We're working with these two back here to 21. And this ball is designed to get way out here, okay? We're trying to get as far outside as we possibly can. Now we got 2nd and 11. Yeah, so this is the one I was talking about. We got Marvin Mims in the backfield again, and you can tell that this is by design. We're immediately throwing this ball to Marvin Mims because watch these three up here, okay? These three guys, none of these guys are running routes. They're all looking to block dudes. So this is a designed swing route to Marvin Mims, who's going to catch this ball and try to get up here. But this is why you have to this is why you do have to hand the ball off to Marvin Mims at least a couple times per game. Because if you want to take advantage of this stuff in the passing game, well, you got to keep the defense honest by running with him as a running back also. Ooh, this one was dangerous. Look at how close that defensive back is to picking this ball off. Again, though, by design, this dude is blitzing. So this dude right here, he's blitzing. He peels off of it and he tries to pick it off. But the Bengals clearly saw something on film that they loved the blitz in the corners in this game. Fortunate to fumble the ball out of bounds. First and 10. Got the back shoulder throw. We just are about 2 yards overthrowing this thing. I mean, he's got exactly what he wants on the back shoulder throw, just can't quite connect. He had it. All right, another great run here. Let's get to the other angle. All right, by now you guys should have a pretty good idea of how the running game works. We're going to be man out here, double team 59, double team 57. And again, where are these linebackers in relation to the double teams? They're way front side. way front side. So before this ball is ever snapped, Jaleel McLaughlin should look at these linebackers in relation to where these double teams are, and he should understand that this ball probably is going to bounce back. Now, it's not always going to work out that way. As a matter of fact, I'm not so sure that it does on this play, but when you're looking at it pre-snap, that's the way that it looks. Yeah, it ends up staying front side. Dude. Okay. Okay, cakes and pies. Pancake time. Let's go to IHOP. Watch number 74. Watch this. Watch our dude Ben Powers. Oh! Sit your ass down. And you know what? Let me spear you. Once you're down, let me just bury my head into you also. Feel all that. Feel all that. Take that. Take that. Yeah, get up and celebrate. Offensive linemen don't get to celebrate too often. I love it, 74. Damn, the running game's good. Why the hell can Sean Payton not just stay committed to the running game? Because we're pretty damn good at it when we try to. We got a pretty damn good offensive line. We got some running backs that know how to run the ball. All right, let's start with Mike McGlinchey, number 69, your right tackle. Not great, but okay. Gets the job done. Watch 77, your right guard, and number 60. Great. Fantastic. That dude is running. He's on skates right now. Put him on ice. He's on skates on the backside. Okay? On the backside, number 74, he actually gets a little bit too heavy on this defensive lineman. And I'm going to tell you right now, he gets held. He gets held by this defensive lineman because I promise you, he's trying to get up to number 57 over here, but you can tell that he gets held by the D lineman as he can't quite get up. But, I mean, that's just good stuff on the front side. Jaleel's cooking. Now, this is tough. We got tough living here on the backside for 77, okay? So, again, the way it works, we're man, double team here, double team between these two guys up to 57. Now, this dude is already a solid gap inside of Quinn Miners, and he's going to blitz, right? So he's going to put his head down, and he's going to come straight downhill. Quinn Miners just doesn't have time because he's got to at least give a little bit of presence right here before he gets up there. And because this dude starts running downhill, Quinn just can't quite get there in time. By the way, if you guys ever see a pancake that I don't notice, and I definitely miss a lot, if you ever see a pancake I don't notice, let me know because that's what I love to see. This is a beautiful ball from Bo Nix. Can't get much better than that. Beautiful. That was one hell of a drive, folks. That was one hell of a drive. Good looking stuff across the board. Okay, outside zone, another blitzing defensive back. You're going to see this dude come from the top of your screen. He's going to come inside right here. They did it the entire freaking game. Yeah, there were not very many negative run plays in this game. That's a fact. There were one or two that maybe no gain, but I'll give Sean Payton credit. He ran the ball well on the last drive, and what's he doing at the beginning of this drive? He's coming out running the ball. All right, so we've got power on this one. So we're going to go double team right here back to 57. This guy has got to be responsible for 59. Our left guard, we're pulling to kick out this dude right here. Garrett Bowles has got what we call a gap seal, where he's got to shift down and then he's got to come back out to help on anything coming off the edge. All right, here you go. This might be a TFL. Guess what? We're going to blitz number 21. Another blitzing defensive back. Oh. Did I skip a play? I might have skipped a play. Okay, it's the fourth quarter. You got 5 minutes left. The game's tied 17-17. Jeez, man. This is actually unbelievable. Again, watch 21. Man, great job from Jaleel McLaughlin. He sees number 21 get in there unblocked, spin move, gets off that thing. Okay, we got an old-fashioned bootleg here. Oh, did I miss the 51-yard throw to Mims? Shoot, that's a bummer. That was a great play. I could go back, but I'm too lazy. All right, we got all frickin' day. Both sitting there dancing around, but there really is nobody to throw the ball to. We're covered here, we're covered here, we're covered here, we're covered here. This is a good job from Bo extending the ball at the last second, making sure to pick up the first down. This was third down on this one, and Bo made sure he picked up the first. Watch Bo. He's going to pull the Patrick Mahomes where he does the pump fake. He's already past the line of scrimmage, but he pulls the pump fake. He gets the defenders every time. I never said Bo Nix can't be elite. I might have said he's not elite, meaning he's not elite right now. I certainly never said he cannot be elite. And yes, I absolutely think Bo Nix is capable of carrying the team. At least I definitely don't remember ever saying that. Although this was not a good decision. Show you the other angle. This was, I don't know what this one was. It seems like for the last couple of games, Bo Nix has just had one or two just absolute brain farts. I mean, come on. 57 is way in front of him. We way underthrow it. I have no clue. You know, Bo's arm does get hit on this play. They showed it on the TV copy, but if you watched it closely, his arm was not hit until after that ball was released. I don't think it had anything to do with it. I think he just made a bad decision and a bad throw. All right, fourth quarter. We got a minute 29 left. The Bengals are up 24-17. We got to go the length of the field. It's time for Bo Nix to go make a legend of himself. I literally said that on my live stream. I said, all right, I don't think it's going to happen, but this is when legends are made. And Bo Nix starts out the drive by getting out of the pocket and gaining yards. I remember watching this in real time, and I'm like, Bo, you're taking up too much time. You're taking up too much time. Get rid of the ball. But at the end of the day, it was a successful play. He gets out of bounds, and he picked up 7 or 8 yards. All right, great pocket. Good job by the offensive line. Now, I'm going to pause it right there, okay? So Bo's at the top of his drop. And let's see. Does he have anything? Not really. Doesn't like it over there. Doesn't like it here. Doesn't like it here. So he climbs up in the pocket, gets out. Now we go into scramble mode. And this was really the play of the game. I mean, he had to frickin' thread the needle on this one. Courtland Sutton gets into scramble mode. He thinks about going deep. Ends up turning around at the right time. But we thread the needle. Hell of a catch and a hell of a throw. Nice little pinch there, Bo. Bo decides to adjust himself a little bit right before the play. We've all been there. Damn, the more I watch this, Bo Nix is out. He's scrambling to his left. That is a hell of a play. Great job by Bo Nix. Okay, 1 minute and 14 seconds left. 1st and 10. Delivers a strike across the middle of the field. Ben Powers doesn't see the late game there. Bo ends up getting drilled, and he delivers a strike at the same time. And let's not gloss over the catch. Look at the catch by Courtland Sutton here. Let's go. Get on the ball. Get on the ball. And now I'm starting to panic because we got 49 seconds left. We did not call timeout here. I remember thinking that might have been a good opportunity to call timeout. We didn't do it, and we're not going to get out of bounds on this play. This is bad ball. Is that Nate Atkins? Or no, that's Lucas Kroll, I think. Lucas Kroll's got to fight his ass off to get out of bounds. I don't care if you don't even think you can. Lucas Kroll decides I'm going to try to gain an extra yard or two. Dude, just sprint for the freaking sideline. I know you're not going to get there, but at least try. We got 20 seconds, 26 seconds left. 26 seconds. We had him here. He did have him here. He had a great chance to complete this one to Courtland Sutton. He just overthrew it. Good job by Garrett Bowles. Right then and there, I was thinking to myself, it's all over. You're not going to get a better look than that. I mean, you overthrew him. You got 21 seconds left on the clock. That's got to be the last chance, right? Now we're going to throw it here. And look at the grab from Javonte Williams, a freaking running back. This was not a great ball from Bo Nix. One hell of a catch from Javonte. And we got to scramble our ass off to get up to the line. We do end up using the timeout. 14 seconds left. 4th and 1. Scramble out. Let's throw up a frickin' Hail Mary. Marvin Mims, let's reach over this dude's head. Let's come down with the ball. God dang, this is a good catch from Marvin Mims, man. I mean, I'll give Bo credit, man. He scrambles out, buys himself some time, probably didn't have to run out of the pocket. Quite frankly, he definitely should not have run out of the pocket. He should have stepped up into the pocket right there. He would have made life much easier on himself. But he gets out of there, and he just tosses one up to his guy, says, let's make a play, and Marvin Mims does it. All right, let's go to overtime. We don't want to go for 2 because why would we want to win the game? For the life of me, one of you stat nerds has got to explain to me how the odds of number 1 winning the coin toss in overtime, number 2 marching down the field and scoring a touchdown, how the odds of that is better than a singular 2-point conversion. I've done the math. It's not. It's not better. The odds are always better of going for the 2-point conversion. I could not believe that Sean Payton didn't go for the 2-point conversion right here. You're on the road. You're probably the inferior team. Dude, go for 2 and win it. If you lose it, at least you go down swinging. Instead, we went to overtime. Joe Burrow got the ball first. Shockingly, we got to stop defensively. Zach Allen got a big stop. Now it's our turn offensively. What can we do with it? Well, we're going to do absolutely nothing. Yeah, Bengals had not punted the entire game. I couldn't agree more. Joe Burrow was he was running through our defense like Swiss cheese. We're going to let the most dangerous quarterback in the game get the ball in overtime. I don't get that decision. Take a shot down the field to Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin and Bo Nix have not connected on deep ball all year long. If they have, I certainly don't remember it. This is just a bad ball from Bo Nix. Just overthrows it. He had him. He had him. Sean Payton called a good play. Bo Nix just overthrows it. 3 and out, overtime. Let's give the ball back to Joe Burrow. Certainly the game's going to be over now, right? Joe Burrow already got the ball once in overtime. He didn't score. We're going to give the ball back to him for the second time in overtime. Certainly, we're going to lose now. No, Bengals are going to get the ball back to us again. Doink on the field goal. They missed the absolute chip shot. Doink City. Broncos get another chance at this thing. I cannot believe it. All right. We're going to go to Marvin Mims. Nothing there. I think Bo thought that this was man coverage. It was zone coverage. I believe that Bo Nix thought right here, if you're looking up the top of the screen, I think Bo Nix thought that this guy was going to go with him. He doesn't and ends up making an easy tackle. I don't know. That's just my theory. Okay, good pocket again. And we just overthrow it. Good pocket. We got two guys that are open. He could throw the underneath route. He could throw the route over the top. I'm not sure. This might have been another one of those throws where he wasn't sure who he was throwing it to. I mean, was that ball going to 82 or was that ball going to 16? Riley Dixon punt. Broncos lose. Riley Dixon punt. Broncos lose. All right, folks, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That was a frustrating game on so many freaking levels because they had so many chances to win it. And you had an opportunity to seal your playoff fate. And yeah, I got it. We're going to face off against the Chiefs JV squad next week. They're not going to play their starters. Broncos probably should get a win. Don't think that that's a guarantee, though. Do not think for 1 second it's a guarantee. I played on a team my rookie year in the exact same situation where we had 3 games left. We had to win 1 game to make it to the playoffs. We lost all 3. Final game of the season, we went down to San Diego. We played the Chargers. We lost like 52-20 or something. Got our asses kicked. So I'm having a little bit of PTSD right now. I'm nervous about the last game of the season. They had so many opportunities to win this game. In my opinion, that was pretty gutless to not go for 2 there at the end. You had an opportunity to win on the road rather than going to overtime. And the crazy part about it is as many missed opportunities the Broncos had, the Bengals had more. I mean, if you're a Bengals fan in that game, are you kidding me? They go for it twice on 4th down early on. They don't convert. You've got the field goal at the end to win the game. They miss it. They missed more opportunities than the Broncos. So just a mind-numbing football game, full of roller coaster, high highs, low lows. And now you got to win a game to get in. So it comes down to Week 18. You got to beat the Chiefs JV squad. You win, you get in. You probably face off against the Bills. And we'll see what happens in that. You're probably one and done in the playoffs no matter what. But if you won this game, I do think it would have been a little bit of different energy getting into the playoffs. So now if you want to have that good energy, you got to smoke the JV squad. You got to smoke the Chiefs. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'll put out some new content within 2 days. If you have, I know we've got a little bit over 800 people that are watching right now, and the far majority of you guys are watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, please do me a favor, do yourself a favor if you like the content. Go to the link that's in my bio on Twitter and go subscribe to my YouTube account because that's where all my content lives. It all lives on YouTube, and I put out content on YouTube that lives only there. I don't always do live streams, and if you like the content, you don't want to miss it, go over there and subscribe. I'm really trying to build my base over there, so if you want to help Mount Polumbus Speaks grow, you'd be doing me a huge solid by going over to my YouTube right now and signing up. All right.